The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. Dow is up 124 right now. Nasdaq's up 14. S&Ps are up 13. You get gold up 26. Silver's up $1.40. Bonds are down 19 ticks. You got King Dollar off 36 ticks. The Euro's up 8 ticks. And bottom line, we get a little bounce here. We'll see what kind of volume we get in it, because it looks to me like this is going to be the B to a C of an ABC down.
Yeah. I mean, certainly on the open, there wasn't any conviction behind the move. At least I just looked at a couple ETFs. There was just nothing there in the small caps or in the diamonds.
If you go over to the FTSE, the FTSE's an ABC down. The DAX is an ABC down.
Yeah.
At this particular point, not that by the time we get off the air, we get some action, but. That's shot volume in a big way. You get 115 million.
Yeah.
That's out there. Now, what's interesting, okay, is that everyone is waiting for the...
for the Fed?
Well, for Greece on November 4th, right?
Okay, yeah.
But it gets better than that, folks. So watch how this is going to shake out. The vote on November 4th is not for getting the money and all that. The vote on November 4th is only going to be a referendum on what he wants to do.
Okay.
The actual referendum, I just read this, the actual referendum is not going to be to January. And so what the market
But don't they need money before January?
Yeah, well,
they need some by like November or something, right?
What the market is saying, he said, okay, if you're not going to vote on this till January, how are we going to sell the bonds to back this whole deal up?
Yeah.
Now, the bigger issue, folks, no doubt, has to do with if the citizens figure out it's only the banks saving the banks, which they may have figured out already, right? It's like, why vote for it? They got to start from scratch again. It's got to be an Argentina default.
Yeah.
Now, the real question is, once you default, will they ever go back to work? Well, I don't know. But either way, whether they go back to work or not, they were going to be in the same situation.
Right.
Yeah. So, we'll see whether the default comes in. I suspect they're going to default. I really do. Because when I look at it just in a common sense, so picture something. You have someone that's on welfare anyway, because it's a welfare state.
Sure.
There's no doubt about it. Socialist welfare state. So you say to that person, well, hey, listen, if you take this money, we're going to fire you anyway, and you got to do something. Or just wipe the whole thing out, and now you got to do something anyway. And maybe we don't have to do as much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at that stage, I think what you'd be saying, though, is that you need to have your own currency.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, you're going to say...
But so what?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Wipe everyone out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely,
And it's not inconceivable that could be done.
No. The conceivable part about it is that's... The banks, of course, are horrified.
Yeah.
The countries are horrified because that's the whole banking system. The people aren't horrified because what difference does it make? The sun's still going to come up. They're still going to have some, great food.
Yeah.
They're going to have a good time. It's not the end of the world inside Greece.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be now. The European Union, they really don't want Greece to.
Oh no, because next will be Italy. Go right down.
Because then you start breaking apart the entire currency trade.
Right. Well,
it starts to rear its head as a possibility.
Yeah. It's huge, man. It's huge. Well, the huge thing is. So check this out for a second, folks. What's huge is this. Picture this. Picture that the other, prime ministers are in shock that he wants to give it to, a vote on it.
Yeah.
So picture something, folks. You got to remember I believe, I don't know if democracy started in Greece, but I mean it's pretty close. So it's like cradle of civilization, right?
Okay, right.
So the bottom line is that he's smart giving it to, because if he didn't give it to the citizens, I mean, there'd be a revolt anyway.
Sure.
So
he wants to be able to walk around the streets without.
Yeah. Well, but the other side. But the other side is that the other prime ministers thinking it's a nerve. You can't give this to the citizens. But that, folks, what you want to get in your head, that's what our own politicians think. Let me tell you something. That's bureaucracy.
Well, you had that quote from Merkel. Remember that they wanted to control the markets.
Right. Oh,
right?
yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
That, I mean, so
that was amazing. Right.
Yeah.
That Merkel absolutely thought that they should be able to control the markets.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Ralph Nader is out here this morning, folks.
Is he?
Ralph Nader is out here this morning. I'm going to deep six him.
Ralph, he didn't like my mom's Corvair very well.
That
was how. No, I think that's how Ralph really made his name.
The Chevy Corvair was a weird car, though.
It was a great car, though. Ours actually did start on fire.
How much oil did it suck down? I know.
It actually did. There was, one day, we came out, I think, from a grocery store.
It was a good looking car.
There was a little smoke, right from wherever the cigarette lighter area was, and back then everybody was smoking.
Oh. Piles of it, right?
And so it was. That was a great car.
People would just take their ashtrays and just throw them outside. Remember, like the supermarkets? Like how many?
That's right. Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
that was sick.
It was.
When you think about the ashtrays.
But I think that's how Ralph Nader. I really think that was one of the things that really put him on the map, because he went up against Chevy.
Okay, right.
So he went up against them. That this thing was just a bomb.
Right.
And I think that was one of the ways that he made his name.
Well, now he's against you and I and all the Tigers and Tigers out there.
Okay. He doesn't like us out here making money in the markets?
No, he can't stand it. And what he wants to do is that he wants to put a 0.05% tax on every transaction. Now, that's the gross amount, too, folks. So you had Harkin out here yesterday, one of the senators, and you had DeFazio, which is in the Congress.
Yeah.
They're putting a bill in today to make a tax, a transaction tax.
Yeah.
It's not going to go through. But it's not going to go through, folks, because all you Tigers and Tigers got to go out there and go to your representatives, go to your senators, and tell them flat out that they're out of their mind. You'll vote them out.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's monster money. It's monster money. I haven't done the numbers on it yet, but there's no reason to do the numbers because I know we'd be out of business.
Well, monster money, especially when you start if it's on every transaction, if it's on the value of the transaction. So it's
on the gross.
Gross. So, when you start taking a look at these high-volume quant traders out there.
Forget high-volume traders at the end of the day.
But I'm just saying, I mean, they're I'm sure they're taking a look at that also as a piece of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's but take a look at us.
No, look. Are you kidding? Of course.
All you have to do, okay? Watch this, okay? 100,000 shares. Just take the TZA.
Yeah.
100,000 shares.
Yeah.
So it's 3.2 million a day.
Yeah.
Okay. Times 0.05. You're out of business.
Yeah. Yeah.
The government's in business. Forget it, folks.
No, it is insane. It's insane. It's insane.
No, that's every day. That's whether you make money or not. That's
right,
whether you make money or not.
Exactly.
It has nothing to do with making money. That's a tax on the deal.
Yeah, yeah. No, and that's why So that's why, and I'm onto it. I was talking this a little bit this morning, and I'll continue to really totally structure my thoughts on this. Is I really do believe that what we're dealing with here is this once in a generation opportunity.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a similar thing to, if you go back to like the 1900s, 1907, when you had 4 primary railroads that basically controlled. They thought they were in the railroad business. What they really were in was a transportation business. And at that same time, in 1907, because I was talking about Henry Ford and being from Detroit, and Henry Ford, the first 3 businesses, the first two car businesses he started.
Okay.
He had to sell. One went bankrupt.
Okay.
The other he sold to Cadillac.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's like anybody who's going to start a business.
Right.
It's no different in 1900. It doesn't matter whether your name's Ford, O'Brien, or Rhodes.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. No doubt.
And so in 1907 he finally got his act together, and it was the first time he rolled off. I think it was like 600 or 700 trucks off the assembly line.
Okay.
Now, when you took a look at the 4 railroads that were out there, any one of them could have bought all 700 of those cars. Now, back then, 85% of all of the goods, all of the transportation was done by railroad.
Right.
Now, how many? Now today, what do you think? How much is done by truck versus railroad?
What is it?
Totally changed. It's 85% or so by truck. But because those folks, thought that they were in the railroad business, not the transportation business, they missed the whole dynamic. And that's how and when you talk about the world shifts, it's getting faster and faster. Okay, I think the dynamic, and what I want people to really understand, is the power of the money game.
Right.
And when you got like Ralph Nader and others coming out to attack us, that even gives me more certainty that what I'm saying, what my belief is, it's really true.
Listen, I absolutely
because
agree
people will put up obstacles to try to stop the masses, if you will. Imagine how empowered everybody could be if they really understood the money game.
No, they want the masses in slavery.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something. Growing up in Massachusetts, if I learned one thing, it was this. Okay, so picture something, folks. you know, you grew up in Massachusetts. The Kennedys were ruling Massachusetts then, and I grew up as a, you know, a political animal anyway. Meaning that what happened is that when I was 5 years old, you had Johnny Powers he was the head of the Senate there. He was whaling the Senate.
Yeah.
My best friend, well, is Teddy O'Brien. His father was the campaign manager. Okay. So I mean, you know, John McCormick was the chairman of the House of Representatives. And
right.
So we'd be out there with signs and all this, you know. No doubt, and getting votes, and Joe Nino's, they used to give us $0.25 a day, and we get Joe Nino's hot dogs, and we're giving out signs.
Okay, that's cool.
Now fast forward a little 5 or 6 years later, and you know, so we're always hustling out there, whether it's China Shoes, doing something, making money. And then the way that they, like Teddy Kennedy, I'll never forget this. So Teddy Kennedy is having now I was only about 12 at that time. He's having a debate with McCormick's nephew.
Okay.
And it's in South Boston High School. I snuck in that night, and I'm watching it, right?
That's cool.
And all of a sudden, you know, McCormick says to him, you're not a Kennedy and this, that. And the guy starts crying, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking, I'm saying to myself, he's crying. What is he crying about, man? You know what I mean? How is this going to work? Well, I'm going to fast forward a little bit more. What I realized there, okay, now John Kennedy I loved, but Teddy Kennedy I absolutely.
Got it. Yeah,
because what they had is this. So then, okay, I go in the Marines, I'm out of the Marines. The only job I ever had, you know, I lived with, I used to take kids out of the court system.
Right, and that's a great story.
And I took kids out of the court system, and I lived with them. You know, my deal was boys from 10 to 12. And I did that for about 1.5 years. And it was dynamite. And these kids were great kids, folks. They just needed a lot of love and a kick in the, you know.
Sure.
You know, just.
Sometimes tough love.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Love, but tough love.
But yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
But what I found out more than anything was this, is that whether it's the Kennedys, whether it's that social deal, they want to keep people under control. And the way to do it is through the welfare system, is through those systems.
It is.
Okay, because if you can't break out of that system, then you're in trouble. Because you'd hear it say, no, I got to do this because then I can get this check, and it's terrible. And that's what Nate is about right now, flat out, is that he sees, you know, they'll blame it on all the computers, but there's thousands and thousands of people like us out here that do fine, but the tax would kill you. But you know what, folks? Then they get the control over you.
Yeah.
It's all about control.
It's actually, you know, forget about high-frequency traders. It's actually because of all the systems that are out there, because of all the information and the technology, that gives us a playing field.
Of pennies.
Yeah. That gives us really the opportunity, you know, to actually turn this into this industry. That's why I'm so convinced. So it's actually so cool that you told me, you know, that Ralph Nader now, you know, is out there.
Get the hangman loose out.
Yeah,
let's go.
It's crazy. This is the industry, folks. This is absolutely the industry.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all the Tigers and Tigresses. Thanks for being here, folks. We have the Dow up 150, NASDAQ up 21, S&P's up 16. The revolution starts right here, folks. Call your senators, call your congressmen, tell them no transaction tax. We're going to be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I watch almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. Now is the time for Tiger Dollars. Purchase $250 or more before November 4th and receive a 30% match. Go to the front page of TFNN.com and get your Tiger Dollars today.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow 148, NASDAQ up 19, S&P's up 16. You know, you talk about the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ absolutely cannot get any juice underneath it. This is pretty wild. I mean, you know, you come down 2 days hard. Yes. You think that you could get some kind of a bounce going. I mean, there's absolutely nothing, folks. This is so anemic. You get 15 million shares inside the queues, and you're dealing with 100 million on the other side. So that first leg down's a good one.
Look at it like this. You know, so I've got the diamonds up.
Yes.
We're basically we're 6 minutes away from the first hour of trading. We've done 1 million shares. Yesterday, we came down with 15 million shares.
Well, and you picked up. Remember when you showed me last week? What happened, folks? The first sale was actually in the diamonds.
That's right.
The first large sale.
That's right.
It was a monster, and I believe we were on the air when that happened, right?
Yeah.
Let me find that thing, because these are the things, folks. They're always subtle. Okay. There it is. Right? Was it that? Was it right at the high?
That was. That was at about. I think it was around. I'm not sure if that was it. I'm going to have to go back and look.
Anyway, it was there, folks, and it was screaming. And someone let loose, and they let loose in a big way. And what had happened there is that the volumes weren't big on the NYSE at that point.
That's right.
They just jammed the diamonds.
It was just the diamonds.
That's what they did. They jammed the diamonds, pushed them out, did the deal, and you know, the rest.
Yeah, it's why, you know, when I'm working or what have you, I like to leave my, you know, a couple screens up, especially on the 4 primary indexes,
right,
ETFs, and keep them up just on a short time frame.
Right.
You know, it might be a 2-minute, 4-minute, or something like that. Just looking for some big signature.
That's
because
right.
you can't hide.
No, they can't.
I mean, you just can't hide. If it's just on a daily chart, you can't really pick it up.
Right.
You know,
right.
but whether it's a 10-minute or 5-minute or shorter term, and all of a sudden it sticks its head out.
Exactly.
You know, the first thing I go take a look at, you know, was this a bad tick or what was going on there.
Right.
It wasn't.
No, big time. Real bread. This bond move is going to get really wild because what you've done here in bonds, folks. Now there's no doubt that this is so counterintuitive, but the bottom line is that you went up yesterday with 546,000 contracts.
Yeah.
So first off, the 30-year, well, all of them, but you get the 30-year up at Tiger TV right now. You did a very slight retracement. You broke the whole downtrend yesterday.
Yes.
With conviction.
Yes.
You're pulling back with lighter volume. So that sets up the high's going to be there. And what you really have to figure out is that, okay, you're going to break the high and go to 160, which would absolutely blow everyone's mind.
Oh, big time.
Absolutely blow everyone's mind. There's no doubt about it. Because when you look at the yields right now, the 10 years just at 2, the 30 years at 3. It's the whole thing when you play this out.
It makes sense though. Right now it seems like anytime Bernanke's really talking, it's just about keeping interest rates low.
Yeah. Oh, listen, he's told everyone. He's told everyone, and the bottom line, even when they come out with the first get-go, I like the bottom line because I'm a real estate bull, I'm a dollar bull, and I think it's already happening. When I look at I watch the sales real closely, and I get them on a big spreadsheet. And right now, what has happened in Pinellas and Hillsborough counties, and Pinellas and Hillsborough counties, folks, are just gorgeous. Okay, I'm talking all the property, but I'm really watching waterfront, high-end property.
Yeah.
What has happened is this: is that any property under 400,000 right now, is less than a 6-month supply. That's the first time that's happened in 2.5 years, right?
Yeah.
Now, above that, you're still at a 1.5-year supply.
Okay.
Over 2 million, you're at a 3-year supply.
Okay.
That you're going to see that creep all the way up, though.
Yeah.
But what it's doing is that it's putting people back to work.
Sure.
So you start getting people back to work, and that's the low rate.
Yeah.
That's a low rate environment. I think, and you're saying it's going to be here for another 1.5 years.
Yeah.
Then you can take more risk.
Yeah.
Well, the risk is that if interest rates go to the moon, well, then there's a problem there. And I don't see them going to the moon. Period. But
right. We talk about how there's a couple different trades out there. The larger picture trades, not necessarily here on our computer screens. Like one of those trades being convert gold. Or your metals, into physical real estate.
Right.
Okay, go from a strong asset to a weak asset.
Right.
That makes it the yen. If you held yen or you were in Japan, converting that to U.S. real estate, no better time to do that.
And we know it's so cool. So think about that for a second, because what you're actually doing, whether it's the gold or the yen, you get a strong, the gold in particular, but you're converting it to wood, to copper, to steel.
Oh, absolutely.
So that one there, I like that aspect because of the fact that if you believe that inflation's going to go, if inflation's going to go, folks, real estate's going to go.
Yeah.
Because the commodity market's going to go.
Yeah. I think the next play is figuring out how folks with their retirement funds that they've got, their retirement accounts, and being able to take a significant portion of that and put that into
and make money
real estate.
on it.
Not their own home.
No.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We'll come right back. We got the Dow up 161, NASDAQ up 24, S&P's up 17. We're going to be right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, This newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, more than 40 different mining equities, as well as some of the most popular precious metal ETFs, including the GDX and the SLV. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report that will help you take advantage of investment opportunities at the current historic gold price levels. To order your Gold Report today with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com or call our office directly at 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being here. Listen, folks, and don't forget, we stop programming at TFNN 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. We go 9 to 1 live, 3 to 6 live, Monday through Friday. Please tell your friends. You're doing a great job, folks. We are growing.
And the book deal is is that still out there?
This is what we're doing with the book deal. Okay, so we've extended the book deal to December 31st.
Oh, cool. That's great for the holidays.
You may or may not know this yet. Well, so listen to this. I think you might know it, but John's getting it together right now, okay? But what we're going to do is this. We're going to have a competition between all the cities. Okay?
Oh, cool.
And what we're going to do is that there's going to be 2 separate tiers. And whatever city, you'll see there's a bar graph, folks, and we know how many books get sold in each metropolitan area, okay?
Yeah.
And that's through BookScan. And what we're going to do is at the end of December 31st, right?
Yeah.
2 separate cities, right? Whoever gets the most books sold, right? You and I are going to go do a free workshop.
Oh, baby, I love it.
That's right.
Oh,
you didn't
cool.
know, did you?
I didn't know it. I love it.
So we're
come on, folks.
We're gonna come to your city, and we're gonna do a workshop.
I know in Maui, folks. I want you to think in Maui, there's got to be a good Borders over there.
Yeah, listen.
Come on, help us out there, folks.
Yeah, no, totally. So what happens? It's going to be the same deal, folks. Meaning that if you buy the book at Barnes and Nobles, if you don't have a Barnes and Nobles, just ask the people to call us. We'll give them a deal of a lifetime. They'll get the same deal as Barnes and Nobles. Bottom line, you buy it, you'll still get the 2 workshops. If you holidays, you want to give it to someone, And then as the added bonus, and we're going to have some fun from city to city, because what happens is that we will know, what happens is that they get updated once a week.
Yeah.
The numbers get updated once a week.
That's cool.
So John's making 2 separate tiers, and we're taking what we have, and everyone's got a good shot. That's the bottom line.
That's great. That's a cool program. Gotta love having fun.
Yeah, totally. And, talking about having fun, folks, we're giving a Great Panther silver coin away.
Yeah,
every day from now until
I guess Christmas, or just before Christmas.
Today we get a winner, and he's from Missouri, Dan Batnick. And so, Dan, we're gonna, we just gave you a call, and I'm sure you're working right now.
The way that works, Dan, if he's listening to the archive, is that this is really there's nothing better than giving away a gift. But in this case here, what we're going to do, Dan is going to tell us who he wants to be able to give that 1 ounce of silver to.
Right.
So which is really cool. It can be whoever it is he wants. We'll put a little note in there.
Right.
And just a way of really being able to expand. Being able to give gifts and just being grateful for folks that are in your life.
Yeah, big time, no doubt.
Very cool.
Yeah, I know.
2 great programs.
Yeah,
I love it.
We're gonna have some fun, man.
I love it, folks.
I'm gonna have to make a new deal with good old Bob Archer before the end of the year.
Okay.
Get a bunch of silver coins, because what we did last year, folks, what I did is this: I bought 1,000 of them. That's what we did.
Yeah.
No, I didn't 1,000 of them. No, I bought 100 of them.
Yeah. Right.
We actually bought the coins, by the way, folks. Okay.
Yeah.
To give away.
Cool coins. Yeah,
they're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're beautiful coins. There's no doubt about it. Market-wise out here, it's going to get interesting here, because what you have, folks, is that King Dollar is starting to move again.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. After 2 days, King Dollar doesn't look like it wants to rest here. It's been building a little cause, and it was just what happened about 10 minutes ago. Look at that volume come in.
Yeah.
Some monster just came in here, and all it needs is one more. Right now you get it down 33 ticks. You get it down 20 ticks, and there'll be some action, because it hasn't broken the downtrend since yesterday. When I say downtrend, slight downtrend, but the bottom line is that someone just walked in there, and they walked in there pretty good.
Yeah, what you've got. So now in Europe, I think they were supposed to start selling those European financial stability bonds,
and
right? They put that on hold, right? They don't have anybody to buy them.
No one's going to buy them.
Oh, man.
Listen to Europe. Give me all your money. Don't worry about a thing, right? These politicians, you know what, folks? You know what's really cool? There is the dynamic shift here. The politicians and the bureaucrats down the tubes.
Yeah.
And they got to be shaken, because between the Middle East and, they can... We'll be right back.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the markets and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments and Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the opening call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I'm very, very strongly support the use of his opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 174, NASDAQ up 28, S&P's up 8. You get gold up 31. Let's see, King Dollar. Yeah, King Dollar, he's trying to make it up there, man.
Yeah, so we get gold. What's gold trading at? It's 1743. So that thing is just getting ready. 1767 area would complete a small little ABC up.
Well, you get 72,000 contracts. She's going to need a lot more than that coming up there.
Yeah.
You know, she's going into, folks, 350,000 contracts. The last spike up here had 100,000 contracts, so that's not bad in that context, but she's going to need more.
Yeah, what I'm liking, and that, look, I wanted to get up there and complete that on later volume because what we end up doing is setting up a little Tiger Gartley sell right between the 1767 and the 1775 area, you know, which is nice. And you're coming into the big downdraft, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so...
No doubt. No doubt. What's interesting here is that you do have... let's go say we'll look at the whole commodity structure. So,
I think it's also interesting that, you know, with all the uncertainty over in Europe or what have you, we haven't really seen, you know, gold really move from a fair trade. You know, it hasn't. You know, I think that's also sending out a signal. Normally, you'd see gold really spike up, even if the dollar's going up. Okay, and that's part of the fear-based trade. Haven't really seen the same thing follow through on the gold side.
No, you haven't.
Right?
You haven't. You know why?
No,
because there's no money out there.
Well, okay.
That's the bigger.
Okay, so
the bigger deal out here, right? Is that it's still all about debt, and it's like, okay, so where's the demand going to come in to buy the gold?
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. You know what I mean? So if we go, just switch gears for a second. If you go over to Russia, right? You know, you probably Ken Ross. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
You get KGC. Now you want to see something that's going to be wild, folks. Okay. Ken Ross does lots of business in Russia, right? And, you know, Putin and the gang are going to take all the gold. They get... It is. That's you know, the risk in some of these countries. In Russia, the risk is over the top.
Yeah.
You know, and what they have, so picture, Ken Ross is trading out at $14. The high's been 24, and, you know, you get gold at highs. I mean, it's not at highs, but it might as well be at highs. But what that's all about is that their biggest mines are in Russia. And I mean, when Bob Buckham, he used to be the CEO of Ken Ross, he was on, I interviewed him at the Money Show, and he told us flat out, he's the one that, he got Ken Ross out of Russia.
Okay.
And then he left Ken Ross, and then the next CEO turned around, not only got them back into Russia, because they still own the property, but he didn't want to give them any more money. Then they bought BGO, which had another big mine in Russia. And I show you what the difference is. Bob Buckham, okay, you talk about hand over fist. ANV was a spinoff that we got at $4.
Oh, man, that's nice.
We got it $4 from Vista, and Bob Buckham is the CEO there. And the stock, folks, so it goes from $4 to $38. Bob Buckham knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does.
He absolutely knows what he's doing. So it's pretty wild watching this whole thing shake out.
Yeah,
you know?
I was over in Russia right after Perestroika, right after Gorbachev. You know.
Were you?
Yeah.
I wish I bought those coupons. That was the biggest coupon program in the world.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, and I was over in St. Petersburg. And how I describe St. Petersburg for folks who've never been there, it's the most beautiful. Now, this is going back into 1989, 90, what have you.
Okay.
It's the most beautiful, filthiest city I've ever seen in my life.
Is it? Yeah.
You know,
So
he's
the
got all
buildings-
these beautiful, you know, rivers flowing through and just polluted as possible. You know, it shows you the difference between private ownership of property,
right?
You know, and you know, and not,
right,
or what have you. But you know, their churches, the buildings, the gold that they had in there.
Really?
You know,
Yeah.
but just simply, it was just gorgeous architecture.
Okay.
You know, and of course it would make sense.
Oh yeah, the Tsars,
And then-
right?
yeah,
I mean, that's
exactly.
what the Tsars built. Right?
And then the Hermitage, you know, which is you know, this incredible museum with these amazing works of art.
Right.
And you know, a good part of it is closed down. I mean, it's this huge facility.
Okay.
You know, that was the Summer Palace, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, so it's amazing how much wealth.
And that's when it just opened up, right?
Yeah, it just opened up. Still, though, I mean, I remember getting off the airplane, you know, and there's nothing more than just armed. You know, I was used to flying overseas and walking through airports and seeing guys with guns.
Right.
You know, that was pretty standard.
Sure.
Europe. But you get off in a communist country off the plane.
Yes.
You know, and just the whole feel was just kind of like,
wow.
I want to be over here and party, but want to make sure I can get back on the plane and get the heck out of here.
That's intense, man. That really is, no doubt. Let's see what we got out here. You got the Dow. Let's see if we get any juice here. The Dow is up $1.80. If we look at the diamonds, we get nothing. Oh, this is a joke. This is pretty wild. So, folks, look at this. You got 1.3 million shares versus 16 million on the way down.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it really
but
is.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, baby.
Let's go to Dave in Boston. Hey, Dave, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, you missing the snow?
No.
Crazy up here.
I'm not missing the snow.
Hasn't it melted? Is it melted already?
Well, it's starting to, but some places had over 24 inches.
Wow.
And I'm outside the city of Boston, and there's trees down everywhere. It's a mess.
Oh, what a bummer.
It's a mess. But, hey, question for you. This MF Global thing, I know you've been all over it, but how can the SEC allow them to – they resumed trading today? That makes no sense to me at all as a pink sheet stock.
I know. It's sick. You know, I've talked about this before. There should, folks, what should happen, there's no doubt that because there's plenty of people that are going to turn around and buy it and it's worth nothing. And, you know, that's just the way that the pink sheets work, period, is that, you know, you don't need any money to be in the pink sheets. But there's no doubt that that shouldn't happen. You know, there should be a rule change. If you're bankrupt, you can't be trading, period.
Yeah.
You know, because people are going to buy it. You know, people are going to think that, you know, that...
there's over 107 million shares volume just this morning alone. I mean, granted, it's trading at 28 cents, but still.
Oh, yeah, exactly, which is totally insane. MFGLQ. Okay, MFGLQ. Yeah, no, it's a 16. It's, you know, and you get a bid offer in the 1/100th of 1 penny, right?
Yeah.
You know, but
crazy. Hey, my take is the Fed later on. I think the market's on hold until the Fed comes out, and they're probably not going to say much, but that may start some action going to the downside later on. But I look at it this way, Tom. King Dollar is worldwide stimulation because it's going to bring commodity prices down. It's going to put more money in people's pockets, and that's stimulus in a natural way. The markets are going to take a beating for a while, but in the long run, I think the King Dollar is the ticket out of this mess.
It is. It absolutely is. And what you have, it's you and I and everyone else getting up, not the politicians and not the banks. And that absolutely is. And they'll take the credit for it, but I absolutely agree. That's the name of the game.
For sure.
It's power to the people. There's no two ways about it, man. Get rid of the socialists. Get rid of Ralph Nader. We're going to hang him.
Go King Dollar.
Go
Thanks,
King
guys.
Dollar. You stay right there, folks. Do we get another?
We do. We got one more. One more, baby.
Stay right there. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We're coming right back, folks.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses, keep money in your community, and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 210, Nasdaq up 38, S&P's up 22. And don't forget, folks, we did extend the Tiger dollars until November 4th, which is Friday, because we still do have 2 million Tigers and Tigresses out there, unfortunately, as Dave was just saying, without electricity. That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You know? So the way that works is 30% match, folks. Hey, so talk to me about the... It looks to me like the orb came in, right? I mean, the bottom line is that you get 2 monster days on the way down.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
When's the next date that we're going to be looking for here?
We've got something coming in next week. We'd have a we should have next full moon coming in.
Okay.
Sometime next week, I think.
So it's plenty of time to
for the market to continue to pull back.
I heard you yesterday on the 9 o'clock show talking about the August date, because that was so.
Yeah, so you know, if you take a look at that October 26 time frame that we went through, so where we had these 17 planetary index dates, or 20, depending on which ephemeris that you were using.
Okay.
And just absolutely powerful. And then, and then you had that with the lunar cycle. So you know, one of them was the trigger, if you will. Yes. You know, and the other just the power. Now, when I took a look at the diamonds, I think it was, all right, and took a look at with it gapping down yesterday, and folks, if you take a look at also the Dow, you've got a gap. Okay, so the Dow actually has a small gap in there, which you don't typically see inside those indexes. Right. So, you know, there's a powerful move on the way down. Well, the ABC on the way down takes us right into the August 24th area. August 24th was when you also had a double lunar combination, and you had two big P index dates. One was like a 3 planetary index date, and the other was like a 15, 16.
Okay.
So you had them back to back.
Right.
One before. In fact, I remember when Larry was going through. He was focused on the large one.
Okay.
I sent him an email, said, look at the day before, you got two back to back, which was really unusual.
Right.
So if that gets taken out, if those lows do get, I mean, that should act as real strong support.
It shouldn't get exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
But if it doesn't, it's just like the August 17, 2007 low being taken out.
That was insane, folks. If you weren't around then, yeah. Wow.
I remember trading that day. That day I was I flipped from short to long.
Yeah.
Was in Las Vegas.
Okay.
I flying out to Las Vegas for a show.
Right.
And I remember the market came crashing down. I was talking with somebody and they were talking about the market, and I said, yeah, well, John and I, we just went long.
Yeah.
I said, but we were short, before we hopped on the flight.
Totally.
It's cool.
There's no
So it's really important to look, just as the highs of this session that we were in.
Right.
Okay, so if the highs from last week get taken out, now they'd have to be taken out with some conviction.
Yes.
So if they get taken out with some conviction, then I would say we're back to a QE3 type program.
Yeah. And right now, folks, just say right now this is the most anemic volume we've had actually in the last month. There's only 200 million. That's saying that this is the B to a C of an ABC structure on the way down. Yeah, it is why I've been trying to really wrap my head around understanding, okay, what is this European Financial Stability Fund? Right.
How is it that they're going to fund it? And to try to understand again how the euro, because if the euro strengthens,
right,
okay, then we know the dollar index is going to move down just simply because of the basket of stocks.
60%, yeah, right.
Okay, so so that's why I wanted to really understand. Okay, so it's going to be euro-denominated bonds. So you're going to have to exchange whether it's Chinese dollars for euros, U.S. dollars for euros, whatever it might be. That's how that would work, and because that could create a version of a
Are you going to buy it?
No, I'm not buying it, but I'm going to follow the money. I'm going to follow and watch what that happens.
Yeah.
But, hey, they can't sell them. Otherwise, they'd sell them. I think the first ones are supposed to be sold this week or today or tomorrow.
They couldn't sell them. There's no buyers. That's the bottom line. Folks, you stay right there. We're going to be going up to Newton, Massachusetts. You got Basil Chapman coming up next. Then Tucson, Arizona. We got our man Larry Pizzavento. Back to Tampa with David White. And then 4 to 6, we're going to bring it on home.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you being there, folks. If you do enjoy the program, please tell 3 people. Thanks, folks. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Thanks, folks.